Welcome, Wild Heart. I realized that it's Wild Hearts that are attracted to my videos. So, welcome to my channel. My name is Brent. I go by Plant Based Brent because I'm a plantaholic. I used to be an alcoholic, but now I'm a plantaholic. So, things are much better. I'll be 55 in January, and I'm here to discuss with you the evolution of fear. I've seen fear in many forms, in many different levels, and I have four stages that I use that I to describe the evolution of fear. So, I mean, if you've watched my channel before, you know that I love acronyms. So this is all acronyms, just so you know. So level one, the first level of fear is false, or pardon me, fuck everything and run. That's level one. And I was there for years, for very many years. And that was when stuff went sideways. I just said, forget it, fuck it, I'm out of here. I'm going to figure something else out in some way. So that's level one of fear. And it takes a long time to get over that because that's where a lot of us never do. We spend our entire lives in that same modality of fuck everything and run. Oh, and I'm on, a couple of people have commented on my videos if how my eyes were. Well, I'm on day 2 of my cannabis cleanse, so you can see they're re-whitening. They'll be super white on Wednesday, I guarantee you. We had a beautiful sleep last night, lots of rain, so it was awesome. So yeah, so when you feel that fear bubbling up inside of you and you're like, I don't know if I should do this, um, that's level one. That's fuck everything and run. That's the level one of fear. But that's okay because that's where you have it's like evolution. You can't skip stages. Your ascension, you can't skip stages. Trust me, I've tried. You have to do everything. You can't uh, the illumination process is amazing, and it's a process though. It's not something that happens overnight. It's something that you have to continuously work at every day. And it's always about letting go of stuff. It's never about getting more. It's not about reading another book. It's not about seeing another speaker. It's not about watching another movie. It's about you. And when you're ready, it's time. So, level one, fuck everything and run. Level two of fear is when you start to realize that maybe some of these things that you're scared about aren't real, and maybe that you're creating them with your mind. And I call that false experiences appearing real. So, at this point, you're starting to become a bit aware, and you're like, so if I don't think about that stuff all the time, it doesn't show up. So I don't need to be fearful about it. I don't need to be scared. No. Because these are false experiences. The only way that these experiences are showing up is if I keep replaying them over and over in my head. My stepdad died of Parkinson's disease. His biggest fear when he got into his 70s was that he'd get Parkinson's. And so he talked about it all the time. Oh God, I hope I don't get Parkinson's. That would be the worst way to go. It's just terrible. God rest his soul. He is passed, but that's what he got. He got Parkinson's because he was fearful of it. So if you're fearful of something, what you're actually doing is you're bringing it into your life. So fear does not serve you in any way, shape, or form. And this is these false experiences appearing real because you can create your own fear by constantly thinking about the things that you don't want to see in your life, and they'll show up because you're thinking about them. It doesn't that's how it works. Everything is inside out. So if whatever's going on in here, you're going to see out here in your world. You can't skip that. So that's false experiences appearing real. That's level 2 of the evolution of fear. Number 3, the evolution of fear is forgive everyone, including yourself, and remember. Forgive everyone and remember. This is where you're starting to wake up and you're like, okay, because we've all had trauma, we've all had drama, we've all had stuff in our life that we didn't want to happen, but it happened. And there's nothing you can do about that. It's already happened. So love it. Forgive everyone, including yourself, because we all hold ourselves accountable for the things that have happened in our lives. And that's a very challenging thing to live with because you're constantly dealing with that fear and you don't want that. So forgive everyone, everyone in your life, everyone who's ever given you trauma, drama, stress, anything, forgive them because they did exactly what you were asking with your brain, with your mind. You asked for this situation, and so they helped um, manifest it into your life. So take real long time and think about all of the people in your life that you can forgive. But always start with yourself because you have to forgive yourself. We hold ourselves accountable for these things that happened to ourselves in childhood, and we didn't have the power to do anything about it back then, but now you do. So forgive everyone, especially your mini me, your little you when you were just a kid, because your child was doing the best it could. It didn't know better, but now you have the opportunity to let that go. So, and number four, the most exciting part, my favorite, the evolution of fear, is feeling excited and ready. Yes, yes, full power. Ah, woo! What does that mean? That means that when you think about something that you haven't done before, and if you instead of being fearful, you're excited. You're like, yes, 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 I got it. That's the evolution of fear, stage four, feeling excited and ready. But that's because you know that there's nothing to fear. The only thing to fear is fear itself. That's Viktor Frankl. And because when we create fear in our minds and then we create it in our worlds. You can't do it any other way. So you go from level one of fear, fuck everything and run, okay? Which is where most people are. And a lot of people, like I say, don't ever leave that space. That's the space where they live. Then you move to level two where you start to become a bit of aware and you're like, maybe I have something to do with this. And that's when false experiences are appearing real. And you're starting to realize that if I don't think about this stuff, it doesn't happen. And then level three, forgive everyone and remember. Thank you, Willie. Fear is created um, I by your ancestors. I believe it's by our subconscious. I believe it's all of the programming that we have sitting in our subconscious. And what I've realized is that the more that I program my mind to be positive and to be happy and to be energized and to be excited, the fear goes away. Ancestors definitely will help you with fear, and you can ask them for help. I like to ask my angels. I say, angels, I can't handle this. Can you please deal with it? Or God, please take this because it's too much for me. We've gone from forgive everyone, especially yourself. Forgive you. You're a beautiful, divine, spiritual being having a human experience. You came here to learn how to love yourself more and more and more because that's the only way out of this level. This is kindergarten for the universe, Mother Earth. Me, Mother Earth. And what is that? It's because we're learning. Thank you, Willie. Well, I'm only trying to help people. I tell the truth, and I use my life experience. I don't speak from other people's lives and experience. I try to speak from my heart, and I listen. I listen. So this is me trying to get out of the way and allow God, my angels, all of my higher powers, my ancestors, to work through me to give knowledge to you guys. So when you forgive everyone and you start to remember, you remember that you're a divine spiritual being having a human experience. And it's like, whoa, wait a minute, I am. Because our cells store 16 billion years of information, each one. And that's ironically the same age as Mother Earth. So if you think you're only dealing with one lifetime, you are incorrect. You have 16 billion years of information stored in your body. And that's all affecting you right here, right now, because that's what information does. But when you upgrade your information, you go from level 1 of fear, fuck everything and run, and you move all the way to the top and you get to feeling excited and ready. Fear doesn't exist and it doesn't need to exist. Fear is a choice. But this is what I've found with people. Most people are so attached to their stories that their fear becomes their story. I'm like this because I have such and such disease. Well, that's not true. That's your fear talking. That's not you talking, because that dis-ease is not you. That's something extra. And you can let that go. But you have to become more educated. You have to learn what it is that is making you unhappy. And we all know, I've never met any person on this planet who doesn't know why they're upset, why they're angry, why they're ill, why they're frustrated. No, I do believe you, Willie, 100%. That's how it works. That's how confirmation works. Is it when you start thinking stuff? Because especially when you're thinking in alignment. Thanks, Willie. Much love, brother. Thank you. Ow! I appreciate it. When things are going well for you and you're thinking well, then the what you're thinking about shows up, because that's good. That's feeling excited and ready. That's a happy fear. That's what I call it, a happy fear, because I'm not scared of anything. I'm not scared of any people. I'm not scared of any animals. I'm not scared of any foods. I'm not scared of anything on this planet, because I went through all of the stages to where I got to, which is feeling excited and ready. And I believe that about every situation that's happened or happens on a daily basis. Whether something goes sideways, I laugh. I'm like, yeah, okay, that was me, because it was me who created it. It's always me. It's not the world giving me my problems. It's me creating my problems into the world. And so when I create happiness into the world, feeling excited and ready, yeah, full power, that's the evolution of fear. When you can look at any situation that is making you fearful and you can get excited, you say, yeah, I'm going to take that on. Stress is an interesting thing for the humans. The human body loves short-term stress. Loves short-term stress. Short-term stress. The human body hates long-term stress. And that's where we get chronic illness, because we are continually stressing the body, continually. And it's usually with pills. I don't use pharmaceuticals. I don't use any of the bullshit that they sell, because it's all poison. Anything in a pill is poison. Everything that you need is outside. That's why God created our beautiful planet, is so that we could be completely self-sufficient, completely self-sustainable, and completely happy. We could feel excited and ready about every situation, about every scenario that shows up. Because when you're in that zone and you just feel happy, what happens? Good things happen. Remember the first time you were in love. I do. And it was many years ago. Like I said, I'll be 55 in January, and I fell in love when I was 5. So that was 50 years ago. But at that point, when you're in love, when you're completely in love, yeah, absolutely. The law of attraction is incredible. I used to think about it too. I'd be like, I'm gonna you get into your vehicle. I don't have a vehicle anymore. I quit driving when I was 40, which is 15 years ago. But when I would do it, I would say, okay, instead of being, oh shit, I'm going to be late for work, I'd be like, nah, I'm going to be perfectly on time, even if I didn't have enough time to get there. And what would happen? All of the lights would be perfect. They would all be green the whole way, and I'd get there. Same with the parking spot. Absolutely. It's completely amazing because if you put it out there, it'll come up. It shows up. It wants to. The universe wants to prove to you that you are the creator. That's it. It wants to prove to you. So it gives you everything that you ask for. It's just a lot of the stuff that we ask for, we're not asking for consciously. We're asking for with our subconscious mind because we're not aware that we are doing it. But once you become aware, then fear goes away. Yeah, yeah. Well, it's amazing how powerful we are as creators. And we have no idea because we've been taught I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm not fast enough. I'm not tall enough. Bullshit. All of that is bullshit. You're a divine spiritual being having a human experience. You're more than all that. You're magic. You're an incredible, incredible, incredible creation. Like, look at the human body. There's 70 trillion cells in here, plus all these different organs, plus a brain, plus a heart. It's all about forgiveness, Willie. 100% forgiveness. Forgive, 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 forgive. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life. A ton. A ton. I forgive myself for all of them. And that's why I'm where I am, because I let all of that stuff go. And I also say the more mistakes you make, the sooner you become a mystic, because that's what the mystics are. They're people that have worked through their stuff. I call myself a mystic in the marketplace. I show up every day with a smile, excited and ready to see all these different people and bring them joy because I know that I can project joy with myself, with my body. I can project joy no problem just by wearing this smile because when you smile, it's contagious. It's more contagious than COVID. That's for damn sure. That is all bullshit. So, smiling, here's another acronym that I like, simply multiplying intentional love energy. That's right. Just by smiling. If you smile at somebody, it makes them feel good. They can't, it doesn't matter what happens, they can't stop it. They can't turn that off. So, you've turned them from the fear of fuck everything and run to the fear of feeling excited and ready. That's right. Because when you're excited and ready, people recognize it. What we don't understand about our auras, about our energetic beings, is that they speak before we do. They when you show up in a room, you notice sometimes people will go, you know, because your energy has spoken before you got there. And if you're in a super excited mood, you can change the whole energy of the room. You can uplift all of the people in there just by being your authentic self. Authenticity is so important because when you're authentic, you're real. And when you're real, you're you. Don't be a copy like everybody else. Everybody else has been taken. Be yourself. That's why we're all unique individuals because no one has had your life experience. No one has had your life experience. No one. It's impossible. We all have different experience. But this is what I've realized now that I'm in my 50s is that I'm creating these experiences with my mind. I'm creating all of these experiences. But it's because I asked this in my sacred contracts so that I could learn these lessons while I'm here in human form. And so when you ask for a lesson, sometimes it'll show up in a person, sometimes it'll show up in a book, sometimes it'll show up in a movie, sometimes it'll show up in a podcast. When you ask a question, the universe only knows how to give. God intended vibrational energy. Absolutely, Willie. 100%. Good for you, man. Congratulations. We're frequency. What, and this is another thing that I like to say, what you do frequently determines your frequency, right? And your frequency and your vibration determine your circumstances. If you're high vibrating, you have good life. You have happy life. That's when you're feeling excited and ready. You're stoked about the world because the world is such an incredibly neat place when you realize that we're creators and not victims. Most people are living in the victim mode, victim mentality. My life's like this because this happened to me. My life's like this because I have this. My life's like this because this went this way. No, that's all choice. 100% all choice. You have the choice to let that stuff go. All of it. You can let all of it go because it's not you. Forgiveness, right, Willie? That's what we're talking about. Forgiveness. Forgive all of the people in your life that have wronged you because they did it for a reason. Whether you know it or not, consciously or unconsciously, you asked them to do it. When you become conscious, the unconscious stuff starts to go away. The fuck everything and run, it leaves your life. Instead, we start moving to feeling excited and ready. I have free, not fear, tattooed on my knuckles, just so you know. And on this other hand, I have hugs. That's what it is. That's free hugs. That if you want the world, if when we hug people, when we meet them for the first time and we open our hearts and we join hearts, that's magical. After you hug somebody, fear is gone. There's no fear anymore. You don't have it because you've opened your hearts, you've shared space, you've shared energy, and you've shared that amazing feeling excited and ready. So that's I whenever I meet anybody, I hug them. For me, that's the most important. And it's very challenging now because I live in Mexico and the Mexicans are not big huggers. It's just not something that's happened here. But it's I started doing free hugs in 2005 in Calgary, 2006, pardon me, after I woke up. And I realized how many people were fearful of hugging a stranger. And back then I didn't have a beard. I had short hair. I looked like everybody else. You know, and I but people were still scared to come and give somebody that they didn't know a hug. And I was like, there's no reason to be scared. It's a hug. That's it. That's it. It's just a hug. And when you realize how fearful people are of strangers, because we've been growing, when I was growing up, they taught me danger, stranger, danger, stranger, stay away. As I grew older, I realized that some of the best conversations that I have ever had in my life were with complete strangers. Just sitting at a bus stop and all of a sudden engaging in conversation, or sitting in the park engaging in conversation because I'm not fearful of these people. I'm there to enjoy their experience. Everybody has a story. Everybody. And everybody, when you tell your story, it allows you to heal. It allows you to heal your heart, which is what we're here to do, to heal your heart. As you heal your heart, it opens up everything and you start feeling excited and ready about life. When you're excited and ready about life, everything is magic. When you get up in the morning and you got this grin, this, you can't get away from, you can't make it go turn off. It's just on. And in the human body, just the action of smiling, it up levels your energy. It increases your vibration. It up levels your frequency. Everything is energy, vibration, and frequency, just like Nikola Tesla said. Everything. We are like the human body. If you took all of the humans on the planet, we appear real, like we appear like this is a solid thing. It's not. It's not. We are 99.9999% energy, space, nothing. We certainly appear real, but if you took every single human and you took out all of the empty space, this is on planet Earth, so let's say 7, 8 billion of us, and you put, they would, all of what's remaining would fit in a sugar cube. That's right. The rest of us is energy. That's 7 or 8 billion people would fit in a sugar cube. That's how little of us is really real. But it's Thanks, Willie. Well, I've been studying this stuff for a long time. I call myself a hermetic alchemist because I live by myself. I've been celibate for 15 years. I live on top of a mountain. I garden and I take care of my life. But that's what it's all about for me, and I appreciate you saying that. It makes me feel good. But it's all a process, and that's why I'm here. That's why I'm doing my podcast, because I want people to experience happy, healthy, harmonious lives. That's one of the things on my channel I do every day is 3 hacks to living a happy, healthy, harmonious life. And when you adapt and you start feeling that happiness, that health, and that harmony, very few of us do, Willie. And that's why you kind of got to do it yourself. I tried with my friends for many years to up level them, to inspire them, to give them better ideas, but they're stuck in the matrix. They're stuck in the matrix. And when people have kids, I don't have kids, so that makes my life a lot more flexible. I never had children. I have an ex-wife. You are my brother, Bruda. I call my brothers my Brudas. Bruddha. You're my Bruda. Yeah, we're all Brudas and sisters here. Everybody here, every single one of us. You chose your life. You chose your experiences so that you could understand how to live happy, healthy, and harmonious. It's so good. It's so good for you. It feels good. Everything here on planet Earth is an addiction. Everything. Whether it's media, whether it's food, whether it's drugs or alcohol, all of it is an addiction. You don't need any of it. There are people, and if you don't believe me, look it up, called breatharians. They haven't eaten in years. The Dayamata, who's one of my favorite, her ashram, she hasn't eaten in over 50 years. And you know what she does every day? You know what her favorite thing to do is? Cook. She feeds 200 people at her ashram every day, but she doesn't eat. And for myself, I lived at a couple of ashrams, and I tried that practice. I served 200 people for a weekend, only one weekend, and I fasted for the whole thing. It's incredible. It's incredible. A lot of it I did out of fear because I was worried that people weren't going to enjoy my food. But at the end of it, people were so impressed. They were like, wow, that was amazing. And you didn't even have any of it. And I had people watching me the whole time because there was over 200 people there, and there was always people in the kitchen with me. And so they were like, wow, but that's service. I work from my soul, serving omniscient, unconditional love. That's what your soul is, unconditional love. When you Put unconditional love into your experience, into your body, into your world. That's what you get back. Everything's a mirror, a cosmic mirror. So if you want to live a happier, healthier, more harmonious life, let go of fear. Again, we'll just, I'm at the end here. I do 30 minutes. I do these on Willie Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If you have anybody that you'd like to introduce, let me know. I'd like to do them at specific times, but unfortunately, that's not possible for me because where I live in the Mexican mountains, quite often in the morning, we don't have internet or we don't have electricity. Feel free, Willie, to message me about anything. I'm on Facebook, Brent Talbot, Talbot. Oh, nice, Florida. Cool. Or you can just put a message through here, or you can send me one in my email, hugetry@gmail.com. Huge try. Yeah, if you or Messenger, there's so many. WhatsApp, I have that too. Yeah, if you want to talk about anything, it would be my pleasure. I love helping people that want to help themselves. So we're just going to go through the four stages, the evolution of fear, and then I'm going to get into my garden and get back to work, because that's my favorite place to live is in the garden. I love gardening. And my girl right here, as you can see her, hi Bunky, she's ready to go for a walk. That's Estrella. So level one, fuck everything and run. We got past that. We got past that. Level two, false experiences appearing real. Hmm, maybe I'm doing this. Maybe I have something to do with it. Level three, forgive everyone. And remember, I'm a divine spiritual being having a human experience. Yes. And level four, my favorite, number one, fear of all fears, feeling excited and ready. Ah, woo! All right, that's me for today, Willie. I super appreciate the conversation that we had, and I look forward to connecting more. Feel free to reach out. I love questions, and I'll be here Wednesday and Friday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday every week for at least a half an hour. I hope everything's good in Florida. I'm sending love to everybody that's tuned into my channel. Once again, this is Plant Based Brent. Thanks, brother. Thank you. You warm my heart. You warm my heart. When people do stuff like what you're doing right now for us, the content creators, it is amazing because it makes you feel like you're helping because that's what I want to do. Help. That's what I want to do because I've already helped myself because I forgave myself. And once you forgive yourself, all things will be exciting and you'll be ready. Yeah. All right. Thanks again for tuning in. Woo! Full power. That's the way to go, Willie. Live full power. When you're full power, everything is possible. Everything. Look at the word impossible. I'm possible. Break it down. Break everything down. There's a lot of power in words, as you can see that I've just shown with my acronyms, because I look at all words and I challenge what their meanings are. Possible. Possibilities. All right. Once again, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love you. I love you. I love you, Willie. It was a pleasure making contact with you. And I look forward to more interactions. Have an amazing day. Fuck fear. Forgive yourself and be excited and ready. Thank you. Woo! Till next time.